All right, our next technique sequence is also going to use this position out of Naihanchi for a secondary throw. All right, so I call this the second throw, make it simple, okay? So you saw the first throw just previously. On this one, I'm actually going to back my hips in. This hand's going to be pulling his arm towards the chamber position. This one's going to be behind him around his waist, and I'm going to come in and go into Naihanchi by kicking out the near leg and then stepping into the Naihanchi stance, which will take him down, okay? And you'll see how that works. We can work this off of an underhook and collar position, so we're working from the single position. We're going to get there. We'll use a trap strike to get there. But remember, you could use any entry you wanted in order to get into this position. All right, Mr. Glenn. So let's say, we'll start this way just a little bit. Okay, so let me follow the jab back. So he throws a jab, slip out of the way, I follow it back, I trap strike. Okay, bam, I'm in there. I'm going to come in, get that good underhook, get his neck, my head's in position. Since his head's already back, I'm not going to do this because it takes me out of balance. Okay, and I could throw a knee strike right here to soften him up a little bit. This arm is going to slide down towards his elbow. Okay, I'm going to back my hips in as this one goes around his waist. So notice our hips are now both pointed in the same direction. All right, so you could look at this as the cross step position almost. All right, this is going to come in and pop back the near leg. Go here. Now I've hooked his foot from the back side, and as I go into Naihanchi, he falls. Okay, so let me do that whole part again. So key here is that once I have the underhook and the collar, is that I look for my opportunity to back my hips in. So my hip is against his hip, okay? As far as kicking the first leg back, always make sure before you start that you position this foot. That would be that cross step part before going into Naihanchi. When I get here, I don't have to drive way back like this. I can step in about halfway and straighten my leg, which will kick his leg back. So I'm here, get right here, pop that leg back, okay? Hook the ankle, let him fall. I can push a little bit to make it more dynamic. I'll show you a follow-up here in just a second. Now this little movement right here, I got from Professor Leon J in Small Circle Jiu-Jitsu. It is fantastic for doing all sorts of throws. Okay. So, now for a follow-up, I'm going to use an eagle claw technique just because I like it. What the heck? Just, you know, you can throw in. Obviously, we're not limited to Naihanchi when we do these things. So, I like to throw in some extra things now and then. My back will be to you for the first time. I'll turn it around and show it to you the second time. Okay? So, just wait a little bit. Follow that jab back, trap strike. I'm in. Boom. Maybe a little knee strike. Hook him up. Pop. Take him down. As he falls, I'm going to keep control of that wrist. Step in. Right here, I'm getting the back of his elbow and his wrist, opening him up for a strike, okay, to the ribs. If you have your arm pinned up in this position, these ribs are wide open. You can't tighten up anything on the side. That strike is devastating. Let me pull this last part in. If you'll lay down right here for me. So what I'm doing is, as he falls, I've kept control of this wrist. I'm stepping in, pulling up like this, which drives his palm down, and then I brace it with my knee. So hit me with the other hand. Okay? He can't get there because I've not only got him in a position of pain, but I've literally locked his arm and I've got him up on his side in a locked position. Here's where that rib cage is open, okay? So right here is a great spot to strike, okay? It's right, if you find the bottom of the ribs and come up about, I don't know, 2 inches or so, that's a great spot to drive straight in on that shot, okay? It'll take all the air out of him when you hit him, okay? Chance to escape. Of course, you could just throw somebody in a particular situation and escape, or you could use this to throw somebody in front of somebody else if you've got more than one person you're dealing with. Please help us continue to bring you some great videos by subscribing to our channel and sharing our videos.